Hello. Um, I'm trying to make more videos and I actually really enjoyed doing some more sit down and talk ones like last week and the week before. So I thought I'd do another one where I show you some of my favorite CDs that I have. These are my top 10 favorites. These are CDs that have a lot of sentimental value to me and just hold memories as well. So I wanted to go through them. They're also like my most listened to ones, I'd say. So let's get started. I'm gonna go from the bottom of my pile to the top to the most important one, which you can see right there. First off, we'll start with The Used. This is their self-titled. This album is very nostalgic for me. When I started getting into my emo phase, I really liked this album. I still love this album. This is a very important album to me. My favorite songs on this are probably The Taste of Ink and A Box Full of Sharp Objects. Yeah, I know, this just holds a lot of memories for me, and I mean, this is very like a classic. So I really need to take the stickers off this, but like these are the original stickers from when whoever donated this. Actually, no, I got this on eBay. But that's like how much it originally was, and I got it for probably around about 10 bucks. I don't know, I like keeping the old stickers on there. It just feels more nostalgic, but I could probably take these two off and just keep that one. But yeah, very important album to me. Next is another important emo band and album is Paramore's Franklin. I got this for Christmas actually. I also have Brand New Eyes, which was my first of my Paramore CD collection. I want all of their CDs. So I thought I'd start with the first. This is the first. So favorite songs on this would be Franklin, and that's it's actually kind of a difficult thing to choose. Franklin is definitely my favorite off this album. But the next, maybe Pressure. It's between Pressure and Emergency. No, Pressure. Yeah. I don't know. This is probably like my favorite older Paramore album. I don't know, it's just the vibe, and I love listening to the first albums that my favorite artists make because you can just see how much the style changes and how much they evolve. Like, Paramore was really young when they made this. So, yeah, that's my second favorite, and I'm really excited to have this in my collection. I need to listen to it again. I've just been going through all of my Twilight soundtracks at the moment, so once I'm done with that, this will probably be in the rotation because I've been getting a bit more into the emo music again. The emo music, like the emo music that I used to listen to a lot again. I never stop listening to emo music. It's always a constant. Like, what I listen to changes and fluctuates a lot, but like emo is definitely something that stays the same. Even though Paramore is more like punk, pop punk or whatever. Like, that's what a lot of emo is actually. But it's still categorized as emo because emos were listening to it. But anyway, I'm not going to go on a rant. Next is a classic, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out by Panic at the Disco. I still have the Vinnie's thing on this. Yeah, this was off of eBay for Christmas, and then this I found in a Vinnie's, which I was so excited about. I found it a couple more times since then, and I think I got a copy for my boyfriend as well. Yeah, I did. But this is just such a good album. I love listening to this. Obviously nostalgic. Like, I Write Sins Not Tragedies is just a nostalgic song from everyone's childhood. But like, when I actually started listening to this, it feels, I love anything that's a little bit theatrical, and I love the feeling that this album gives me. So, classic. Obviously, I feel like everyone should have like this and The Killer's Hot Fuss in their collection, which I have in my car. But yeah. Then next we're moving out of the emo category into something a little different. The next one I have is Laurel Hell by Mitski. I don't know if this came out when I was in year 10 or if it had come out when I started listening to her. I'm not sure, but this album is very sentimental for me. Year 10 is when I started really getting into music, and I think the rest of these are things that I got into around about that time, pretty much. Mitski, I love her music, and this album really made me feel like me. Like, I like when an album makes me connect to myself a little bit better. Yeah, this is really good. Honestly, I need more Mitski CDs, but I just haven't gotten around to getting them because it's like you get them brand new if you're gonna get them because you can't find them secondhand. Which I like to get my CDs all secondhand, so yeah, I remember I got this when I got my first job at the reject shop, so I was like, oh, I have big girl money, I can buy this. Yeah, this is such a good album. I can't say that enough. But yeah, my favorites on this are definitely The Only Heartbreaker is what got me to love this album. I love that song. That felt so incredibly, like, that resonated so well for so long. I really like that song. And then what else? Ooh. Okay, I'm between Love Me More and Should Have Been Me. I'm just gonna pick those three as my favorites off this album. This is such a good album. If you're into Mitski and you haven't given this a proper listen, why? I think she has a new album that I haven't even listened to yet, but yeah, I definitely want more Mitski in my collection, but this will always be my favorite Mitski album, mainly just because of the nostalgia that this gives me. So yeah. Now, another thing, this is a band that I got into after year 10 when I had dropped out and then I was like stuck at home all the time because they fucked up my TAFE enrollment and blah blah blah. Anyway, I got really into this, and this is actually one of the albums that started my collection. This and Almost Here by The Academy which is also kind of from my emo era, but Is This It is probably the most sentimental in my collection. I listened to this a lot when I was stuck at home and not able to do much, and yeah, just the vibes of this album are amazing. Last Night and Is This It were like my top two favorites for a long time, and then I got more into their stuff. I have two other The Strokes albums. I have Angles and First Impressions of Earth. This and Angles are my favorite The Strokes albums. But yeah, and Alone Together I also really like. Honestly, all of these are good. All of those songs are good. I love The Strokes. This is very classic. This is also when I was moving more into my indie music phase. I wouldn't really say what I was listening to was all really indie music, but it was like, it all had the kind of vibe of that. But yeah, very important album to me. I love this album. This will always be important to me. Again, like, all of these are things that are very sentimental. Now, this next one isn't really something that, like, I'm in love with the entire album. I mean, like, this is purely like a background music CD for me, but I got this because Black Magic Woman was a song that I was listening to. I wasn't listening to any other music by Santana, but this is really good mood music, and I like a couple other of their songs. I don't know, this is just, it's a very, not nostalgic. I keep saying nostalgic. It's very moody and not moody. I don't know how to describe this. It's just good background music for me. Yeah, Black Magic Woman, and I couldn't even tell you what of these other songs I love because, actually no, Black Magic Woman and Brightest Star. Brightest Star is such a good song. I love Santana. I want to listen to more of their stuff. But yeah, this is a very important one. I found this in an op shop and I saw that it said Black Magic Woman, and I wasn't even sure if the song that I was listening to was the same as what this is titled. But I bought it and I will never regret it because this is so good. I got this from like a Lifeline, I think. Yeah, love this. Moving on. Next thing, I got this album after I listened to Kathleen Hanna's audiobook. I forgot what it's called. but it's where she's talking about her upbringing. She's the girl from Bikini Kill, La Tigra, and the Julie Ruin. But I really thought that I was going to get a Bikini Kill album first, but I actually got a La Tigra album first. Now everyone knows the song, I don't even know how to say that. Decepticon. That one. Everyone knows that song. But I gave this like a proper listen to, and I love this. I love La Tigra. I love how experimental they are. And I just love Kathleen Hanna. I'm such a big fan of her. She's incredible. But yeah, I got this, I think for my birthday, or maybe I got it last Christmas. I think my birthday I got this for. But yeah, love this album. This honestly is probably just one of my favorites, strictly because it's Kathleen Hanna. I would like a Bikini Kill album. I really like them. I have a poster for Bikini Kill on my wall. But yeah, very good one. So favorites of this, probably The Empty and Uda Bedroom Dancing. I can't say that properly. Please don't make fun of me for my pronunciation. I don't speak any other languages and I don't plan on learning, so I apologize. But those are definitely my favorites. Bedroom Dancing is definitely the thing that definitely pushed me to want to own this album. Just I love how that song sounds and it makes me feel really good. So yeah. But that one, I think I'd also like another La Tigra album. Next, another sentimental one. This is also from when I dropped out and everything got fucked up. But this is Title Fight Hyperview. I honestly don't listen to this that much. I feel like I wasn't able to listen to Title Fight for a while because I was just doing not well mentally. When I'm not doing well mentally, listening to Title Fight is not good for me. When I'm in a good mood, it is. But yeah, love Title Fight. Also have a poster of them on my wall. I actually saw Glitterer live last year, which one of the guys from Title Fight, it started that band after Title Fight broke up. I don't really know. But that was really cool. He was just like sitting at his merch table and reading a book, and that was like so surreal for me. Like, not even because I was like so excited to see him, just to think like someone whose music I listen to often and who is very influential in his scene is able to just sit down and read a book and not be bothered at one of the concerts that he's a part of. It was a music festival. It was called Nude Bloom Fest, which was so awesome. But yeah, this is a pretty good album. I would probably like more Title Fight albums, but I just don't know how much use I'd get out of them because I don't know. When I'm not in a good mood, it's not good to listen to, so I'm not going to use it as much because when I'm not in a great mood, I like to listen to music, you know? But this is a very sentimental album for me. Favorites on here would be Murder Your Memory and Your Pain Is Mine Now. And Liar's Love. This is a very good album. They're shoegaze. I feel like I haven't been saying anything about any of these bands because I'm just assuming that people are going to know them, which I apologize for. But yeah, they're a shoegaze band. If you know shoegaze, you should know Title Fight, but yeah, love. Next is a bit of a different vibe. It's Pinegrove, which I also got into when I dropped out. I know Pinegrove makes me feel very good. I love their music. What actually got me into listening to Pinegrove was Kristen Stewart. Well, finding out that Kristen Stewart had a Pinegrove tattoo. I don't even know if that's true. I just saw that on TikTok. But I love Kristen Stewart, and I was like, some of their songs were trending on TikTok at the time, and I like the vibe of them, but I never thought to check them out. So when I did, I really fell in love with their music. I love Pinegrove. I'd like another album as well. Yeah, this is, what is this? This is Everything So Far. This is really good. My favorites on here are definitely Angelina. Angelina is my favorite Pinegrove song. I can't talk. And it's really hard to pick a second. Need To is like the song that was very popular. Most people would probably recognize Need To. Honestly, Need To. It's popular for a reason. But this is a really good song. It really cheers me up. I need to listen to this again. I haven't listened to this in a while. But yeah, I listen to this a lot, I think, during like autumn and winter. And it's currently summer, so I should hopefully be getting back into this soon. But anyway, the next thing and the last thing in my pile is Basement's Color Me in Kindness. Basement is like post-punk and emo, if I can recall what I read on Google properly. Ooh. I'm really bad at being able to name a genre, but yeah, this song is very important to me. I found this when I was in year 10, much like a lot of the music that I still love to this day. Yeah, this, I don't know, this found me at like the perfect time in my life. I think I also got this off of some chick on TikTok was showing her CD collection, and I saw this. I was like, oh, that looks interesting, so I looked it up because I just saw the cover, so I decided to listen to it, and I fell in love with this album. My favorite on this album is Bad Apple. I really want to get a tattoo of that song here. Like, I want to get an apple with a worm coming out of it and maybe have it say Bad Apple underneath. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite off of this. And then definitely Spoiled, and I'm just gonna go with Bad Apple and Spoiled are my favorite. Every song on this is really good. This is probably the most me album that will ever exist. I fucking love Basement. I've seen them twice now. I never thought I'd be able to see them, but they're actually making music together again, so I'm really excited for when that comes out. I saw them at New Bloom Fest last year, which is also when I saw Glitterer, which I mentioned before. There were a bunch of bands there that I knew and liked, and I ended up loving even more once, you know, that concert was over. Well, festival. It was like indoors. It was really cool. They're not throwing one this year, as far as I know, which I'm really sad about because I would have definitely wanted to go. But it was so magical being able to see Basement. I saw Bad Apple live, which was like insane, and I was really close to the stage. So I was really, that was like amazing for me. But yeah, and then I saw them again when I saw Turnstile, which Turnstile puts on a really good concert. I'm definitely more of a fan of them. I went to see Turnstile purely because they were performing with Basement, and also Feel the Pain, which was also at New Bloom Fest. So I've seen Feel the Pain 2 times already. Gosh, I can't talk. But yeah, Basement is a very important band to me, so this will always be my favorite. I don't think anything would ever replace this as my favorite CD. I really want it on cassette and vinyl as well because I collect both of those now. But CD is always going to be like my original format for listening. Well, for physical media, I guess, is probably a better way to put that. But yeah, I love these albums. I love my collection, but honestly, if I had to only have 10, like if I lost all my collection and I only had these, I'd be fine. I'd probably just be sad about losing my other Paramore CD, but yeah, that's my top 10 favorite albums. I don't know, I just kind of wanted to make something and talk and put something out because that's my goal for this year. I've said that in like the 2 other videos that I've made this year so far, but I'm really trying to commit to that. So I don't know, I thought it'd make sense to talk about something that I love. I love music. I don't know, I'm not good at talking. I like listening. I don't like talking, which is stupid because I want to make more videos, which I need to be better at talking for. So yeah, but anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll be making another video soon. I just need to come up with ideas because ever since I've decided that I want to do this, I'm blank on ideas. So yeah, but anyway, thank you, and hopefully I'll be seeing you again soon. So goodbye now.